I'm Kahja Elliott, and I'm a food enthusiast. Bronx born and raised, ATL made, Bay Area becoming. And I talk to people about how they create community through food in the Bay and beyond. Welcome to the As Told By podcast. Welcome back to this week's episode of the As Told By podcast. I am here in Oakland with a new arrival on the Bay Area's food scene. They are giving us a taste of a classic Southern staple right here in the heart of Oakland. I stopped by recently to try them out, and I was so impressed that I had to ask, hey, can I interview you for the podcast? And they were like, yes. So here we are. Welcome, Chaz, the owner of Town Biscuits.
Hi, hello.
Hey, welcome to the As Told By podcast.
Yay.
I'm so happy we're doing this.
I am happy that we're finally doing this too.
The biscuit brought me back.
It does that.
Yeah. I came in here early one morning. I love to come to places early. I know you have like hours, like 7 a.m. It starts in. I love to come to places when they first open and then leave them as they're starting to, get cracking for the day. And that's exactly what I did. And I was able to like sit in the window. There was country music playing. I had biscuit and coffee. I actually felt like I was in a truck stop.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is very on brand.
Yes. In North Carolina, there's a lot of like gas stations and truck stops that have a breakfast biscuit and like they make it in house. And that is exactly what I was craving when I thought of creating this place.
You did it. You did it. Well, listen, let's go ahead and get started. I will start you with the podcast's signature question. I'm very interested in your answer. Okay. What kind of food family do you come from?
Okay. I come from two very different families, a family on the East Coast and a family on the West Coast. My biological family is from North Carolina. My stepdad, his family is from California. So biologically, I grew up with very Southern food. Fried chicken, chicken pastry, cornbread, biscuits, rice and chicken. Every Sunday was a huge spread. My grandfather was actually more of a cook than my grandmother, but she always did the signature fried chicken, fried squash, all those things. And then in California, it's very organic, grilled chicken, grilled asparagus, all the Trader Joe's things.
Not TJ's.
So, yeah. Yeah, it's two very different things. But when I was in California, I was always craving that Southern food that I had from back in North Carolina.
I bet. I mean, I know the grilled chicken and the asparagus was great, but coming up off of chicken pastry and, all the things, you're probably like...
Barbecue chicken, like with the red sauce, Yeah.
The good. We're going to get all into the barbecue because I think I shared with you my opinion when I met you the first time. But look, we're going to revisit that.
Yes.
When you think back about growing up now and what you described as these two sides of your family, what was the part that baking played? Was it like where people were kind of making things on a regular basis? Did you just like bake for special occasions, or what presence did that have in your life growing up?
It had hardly any, to be
really?
totally honest.
Okay.
So my Nana is what I call her. She raised me. She'll tell you she can't make a biscuit.
Man, Nana.
She, my great-grandmother, my granddad's mother, made phenomenal biscuits. She always said, I always tried to recreate them and I can't. So I don't know if I pulled that DNA from my great-grandmother, but what happened is I got really into baking whenever I got pregnant. I was bored. I was at home. I love figuring things out. I love a challenge, and baking is very scientific.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was always a challenge, and I just wanted the best biscuit I could make. So it wasn't really like anything that I grew up doing, but it was this passion that got started. I started making cakes and cupcakes and breads. And then when I was pregnant and craving a biscuit, I didn't want to eat the Pillsbury stuff.
Not that old can.
No, and I mean, it's good, right? But I was like, I can do it better.
It has a place, depending on what you're making, but, when you want a biscuit with a capital B.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to work for it, too. I don't...
I don't want to work for the biscuit.
That's what I'm here for.
Right, that's why
so
you're
you
here.
ain't gotta work for it.
So you mentioned, which I totally agree, baking is so scientific,
Mm-hmm.
right? One little tweak of the wrong thing and you get a totally different outcome. So were you like self-taught? Like when I think about some of the ways, I do bake, I wouldn't say often, but I really enjoy baking when I do it. And there has been like one cookbook for me that has been so foundational, The Treasury of Southern Baking by Cheryl Day, which to me is like the Bible of baking.
Yeah.
And then also there's another one, Still I Rise, which I think the woman's name is Erica Council, has a place in Atlanta. Bomb Biscuits, I think it's called, if I remember the name correctly. So is there like some repository of information that kind of helped you get your biscuit legs up under you, or were you just in there doing trial and error?
So I knew the foundation of biscuits just inherently. It took a lot of research and development to get to the biscuit that we have now. And what I did, I think, is looked at so many different biscuit making methods. It wasn't so much the recipe, it was more the method of how we get our biscuit that you get at Town Biscuits that's different from every other biscuit. Definitely a lot of more butter than a lot of people put in theirs, but it's really the method of like folding, almost croissant like, that I had to really dive deep and come up with our own way of being able to do it. And then turning that into mass production was the biggest curveball that we've had to overcome.
Oh yeah, because making a dozen biscuits in the house and making biscuits from for 5 hours for whoever comes in, that's a big difference. And even with you saying like a lot of butter, I fight people about this all the time. I don't mind cheap butter, and people like, no girl, it makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
This is what I'm told.
Yeah. And we were thinking of this concept, and we started telling people that we wanted to do this. And one of our more chefy friends was like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be cubing butter for the rest of your life. And that was fair. That was another thing that we had to figure out how to do better, how to do faster. There was just so many things that we had to like really figure out on our own because we aren't industrial bakers. But those people have found us, and those people have helped us. And I am the first one to say, I don't know this. Can you come help me? Yes. And that has been really, really helpful and great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you own this with your husband, Will. Will's not here today, but shout out to Will.
Shout out, Will.
Yes.
He's getting all the food right now.
Okay, come on now. And I read that you are from North Carolina. Will is from the Bay. So how did y'all meet?
We met working at Lovely's.
With the fish sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that you
I
said
know
the fish
sandwich, but I've never been to Lovely's, but I know the fish sandwich, so that says a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was brought into Lovely's. I've tried to talk myself out of the industry so many times. I was pursuing a philosophy degree, and I was just like, I'm bored. I want to go wait some tables. And so I got on with Lovely's and started working there. I helped develop like their SOPs and everything for operation, which was really fun. I like to be like really mentally engaged in what I'm doing too after all these years. And I met Will. Will was one of the cooks. I was the front of house, a story old as time.
Will was cooking. Okay then. Okay, so y'all met over, shared culinary work. And then you decided to move here, or you were already living here because you were working there?
So I've actually been in the Bay on and off since I was in 4th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my stepdad, his family is from here. And my family came out here to be with his family. And my mother and my stepdad met in North Carolina, but we moved out here so my stepdad could work with my granddad's HVAC company.
Okay.
Yeah. So in 4th grade, we moved here, and then a lot of family stuff happened. My mother ended up getting sick, and I got sent back to North Carolina to live with my grandparents. And I've kind of hopped back and forth ever since.
Okay. So it wasn't just like holiday exposure. It's kind of living in these two very distinct cultures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So distinct. So polar opposite.
Yeah. the South, though. It's nothing like it.
Oh,
You know, being that you've come back and forth, but you have this home base or this knowledge of living in the South, what has some of your thoughts been on the Bay Area's food scene? Because you really do have a background, you know, and a perspective on Southern food.
I think that there is a lot of Creole, and that they are doing so well.
Yes.
So well. I think the niche market of Appalachian food is a little missed. And that's what I want. I wasn't even sure if the market was as big as I thought it was. I was proven that it is. As far as Southern food, I think we can do a little better. But the Creole, they got it down, right? And I know that like when Katrina hit and a lot of New Orleans folks are out here and they do that so well. I'm not trying to step into that at all. Sometimes people are like, do you have beignets? And I'm like, that's not what we do here. You know, that's a totally different Southern food.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to bring to light the kind of North Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, South Carolina food scene.
Yeah. Now, this is interesting because coming here from the East Coast, one of the things I noticed early on was people were having gumbo for the holidays. And I was thinking to myself, I had never seen that before. And I'm like, why is it? And it wasn't just one or two people. Like, it was everybody. Hey, we're doing gumbo Thanksgiving, gumbo Christmas. I'm like, what is this? Why is everybody making gumbo? And that's when I started to learn and understand about the migratory patterns of people from the Gulf region, you know, Texas, New Orleans. They came west, where like my family and a lot of people from the Carolinas and like Virginia, like you said, they went north. So that was when I started to understand why you would see different foods highlighted, and a lot of that Creole Cajun food would be here. You also mentioned Appalachian food. It was a few seasons back, I interviewed a woman, Crystal Wilkinson. She wrote a book, Praise Song for the Kitchen Ghosts. But she's based and grew up in the Appalachian region, I want to say, of Kentucky.
Okay.
And so I learned so much reading the book and then interviewing her. Even things like ramps, and you know, that's the season right now. And if you find a ramp around here, hit my line, because I'm like looking for them, and you know, and it's just not something that's grown here. So, you know, there's all kind of breads and baked goods and things that are reflective of regions that, you know, you might find a restaurant here in the Bay or somewhere in the city that, you know, caters to it. But I do think from a Southern food perspective, beyond just Southern soul food, there's ground to be covered here that maybe we just haven't covered just yet.
Yeah. I have found that just giving a comfort classic, like we don't have to put garlic aioli and microgreens on it. It can just be what it is. We're like, here's a biscuit with sausage, egg, and cheese. And people come 3 times a week.
There you go.
You know? It still works. Simple works.
A biscuit has always worked. For me anyway, so I'm glad to hear it's working for some of y'all too. I mentioned that when I came here the first time and, you know, came and sat in, and it felt like one of those truck stops that you would come across in the South. So when you were putting together the concept for Town Biscuits, what was the feeling you were trying to like curate and evoke?
So it started out really as that idea. Like you walk into your corner store in your small town and you grab a biscuit from a warmer or you order it from a cashier. It did evolve whenever we started getting feedback from customers that said, I feel like this is the biscuit that I had at my grandma's house. And I did always want to give like an elevated experience and value for a very approachable price point. So that's where like our china plates with like the old-timey designs and all that really come from, because I didn't want to just do another quick service, get in and get out kind of thing. I wanted people to be able to sit down, enjoy it, feel like they're having their family dinner with a nice plate and like able to sit down and enjoy it with each other and have a server come to them and take their order and not have to do everything themselves. And I feel like we're missing that, and people I think are missing that as well.
She came over. I was sitting in the stool in the window, and the woman came over and was like, "Can I refill your coffee?" And I was like, "Oh, days gone by. You don't usually get this." And it was in a mug, not in a paper cup. And I was like, I could feel the experience of that.
I love that so much.
Yes.
Because hospitality just means so much to me. I've been waiting tables since I was 15 and a half. And giving that service face to face, it's everything to me. Yeah. I will die on that hill. We have tossed around so many times doing quick service, and every single time I just come back to the values of why I started this. And as much as we will always provide full service.
Yeah. It feels very reminiscent. I'm like facing now where there's the bar seating, there's stools, and then there's like the push swinging door where people come out with the food, and I'm like, oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so crazy too, because some people will walk in and they'll be actually surprised when we tell them, you can have a seat and we'll come right to you. They're like, oh, okay. And I think we're like having to retrain customers in a way, because since COVID, I mean, everything is quick service.
Yes.
So they are so used to muscle memory, just going up, placing their order, having a number, having a buzzer, somebody calling their name. I'm like, no, we're going to bring you your food. We're going to come. We're going to take your order.
Yeah. Stay a while. Relax. Take off your coat.
Yeah.
All the things. All right. So we've been talking about biscuits. Let's run through the menu. So when I came, I was like Frankensteining things together because there were so many good things. I couldn't make a choice. There was a country ham biscuit, and I love a good old salty piece of country ham. But then you had, to me, which is a very elusive Bay Area, it's a very elusive ingredient that you just don't find a lot in the Bay, pimento cheese.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I need egg and pimento cheese on the biscuit, because a good pimento cheese is hard to find, period. But it's definitely hard to find in Oakland. A lot of places just don't carry it. So let's walk through the biscuits that you offer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sausage, egg, and cheese, classic, original. That's the top seller every month.
Is that a pork sausage?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. We are trying to R&D a chicken sausage. I did a turkey. It was, I couldn't serve it. It was not good enough.
Okay.
I'm working on the non-pork options for our non-pork eating family.
Okay, got it.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Simple. Fried chicken, biscuit. You got to have it. That one took us a while to get right. But we're really proud of what we came up with in that.
Okay.
I love when people add pimento cheese to the fried chicken biscuit.
Hey, add pimento cheese to your life.
Yeah, it's important. And then we have the country ham, which we get from Boone, North Carolina, Daniel Boone Country Ham. Then we have, right now we also have a country fried steak that we brought back since Restaurant Week. We had it just as a special. We were like, if it hits, maybe we'll bring it back.
You doing gravy?
A white gravy on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one's really cool to be able to offer. Okay. And then we got the pimento cheese biscuit, of course.
Okay.
That is homemade pimento cheese. It's really simple to make.
It is. But it's the ratios and the texture got to be right, and the cheese. I don't know if I don't make it myself. It was mild, extra sharp. Do you mix the cheeses? There's a technique in that that really lends itself to whether it's right or not. I mean, I loved what I had here. It's very good.
Thank you. It is a lot of seasoning in there, which is important.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we have, I'm really surprised about the blueberry jam and goat cheese biscuit.
I'm not. That sounds good to me.
Well, it started off, we were going to just do it as a weekly special. And we tried to take it off the menu, and people were like, no. And I think also a video on TikTok went a little viral of it. Okay. And people were just still coming in every week like, oh, I saw this one. I want the blueberry jam and goat cheese. And it's not very Southern at all.
No.
But people love it. I love it. So that one's staying.
I haven't had it, but that sounds really good.
It's really good. It's like a nice little lighter option. Really sweet, savory. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really. I like to add bacon to it.
Well, that's what I love about the menu here is that, you could put things together in the combinations that you wanted.
Yeah, and we love when people do that. Okay. I walked in the other day, somebody had blueberry jam, goat cheese, bacon, and fried chicken on their biscuit. I was like, go off.
That sounds amazing.
It's so cool to see them making their own biscuit.
Yeah. And, I love that you said you're really proud of and worked on the chicken biscuit specifically because I think people may have like a mental singular alignment with the chicken biscuit. I'm not going to call out no place's name, but there are lots of places to get chicken biscuits where you just get a little more TLC with the process and the product. Yeah. Got it. Broaden your lens, y'all. Broaden your lens.
Fried chicken, you could, if we do anything right, it has to be this fried chicken biscuit.
Okay.
We could not serve a subpar, in my eyes, fried chicken biscuit.
Chicken biscuit.
Yeah. And we call the person on the fry station, they're not the fry person. They are the chicken technician. Like, this is an essential role in this establishment.
That needs a certificate. You're the chicken tech.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm sure it's good and crispy. I have to add like a biscuit bracket for me to come back and like try to narrow it down to my favorite. Oh, that's a fun idea. A biscuit bracket.
Yes.
And then you pick your favorites.
We gotta do this.
We gotta do this. We'll make that happen. Y'all work until you sold out. So you start early. Has that happened to you? Like where before your closing hours, people came and was like, we don't have no more biscuits, y'all.
Especially the first couple months. It was very stressful. It would be like 11:20, and we're still figuring out how to do this, right? And at that point, it was like 3 of us. It was like we convinced my little sister who lives in Travis to quit her job and come help us. And
she'd been enrolled.
Yeah. And so it's just us 3, because after the first, we like sold out 2 times, and we were like, we can't do this by ourselves. We need your help. She's the only person I know that has the same hospitality values as me.
Okay.
So I was like, I trust you. Come do this. And so it's just the 3 of us, and like we're taking orders. We've got online ordering on, and before you know it, we've oversold on biscuits. Like we don't have enough in the house to cover our orders. Wow. And the second time that happened, we were like, we can't do this anymore. This is awful. And people kept being like, oh, it's so great that you're sold out. And we're like, no, we just want to serve everybody.
We really want you to have some food, though.
Yeah. And thank goodness, we have really been able to up that production in a big way. And I have to shout out the Laney baking professor, Professor Chu. She came in and helped us figure out how to do this more and better and efficiently. And we're now making, I think they made like 700 biscuits in 8 hours or something crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's been a long time since we've sold out. I think a couple Sundays ago, we ended up selling out of so many meats and almost selling out of eggs that we just closed like 30 minutes early because I hate when people come in and I'm like, we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're finally getting our biscuit legs up for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I was about to say, see, this is why I told y'all to come early. But, they got a plan in place for, how to make the biscuits last almost all day, all the time.
Yeah.
I just was at Laney Bistro for the first time last week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking to the woman running that program later on in the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I had no clue. Well, I knew that was back there, but I had just never gone and experienced it. So I'm not surprised that they came in and was like, let me help you 10X this.
They're so helpful.
Yeah.
And we actually have 2 of the baking students right now working with us, and they're doing our biscuits. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They've been so great to like lend
come on
us.
and create a pipeline.
I know. Yeah.
I love that. Well, you have those things. We talked about the menu and what goes on the biscuits, but like when you are just eating biscuits at home, what are like some of your favorite biscuits accoutrements? I'll tell you one of mine. And I found it on Amazon because it's not in the stores here. It is either, like I've had it in the East Coast, but definitely in the South. Alaga syrup. If you don't know Alaga syrup, in the bottle with the red label with the 2 hands holding and the yellow top, find out about it, it is just so good because it's almost like molasses, but kind of like sorghum, but it's kind of like syrup, and it's so good on biscuits.
Oh my gosh, you just took me back. I used to work at this diner, and this one gentleman every Sunday, bring me molasses for my biscuit. I forgot to mention my favorite is the biscuits and gravy, and I completely forgot to mention that in our menu, but that is like the thing that started this all. Is it was like Christmas 2 years ago, and I made biscuits and gravy from scratch for Will, and we were like, you can't get this anywhere, and we started trying other biscuits and gravy, and we were like, this sucks. Sorry. So yeah, that is my favorite. I could eat it every single day, no lie.
It is so good. I can't tell you this. Listen, I've been converted to the West Coast, so this is no California shade, but I cannot tell you the number of scenarios I've been in where biscuits and gravy was being offered, and it was like mushroom gravy, or like it was some very reimagined, freshened, farm forward version of biscuits and gravy. And I was like, y'all play too much. Sometimes when you want a certain thing, you just want white gravy, sausage meat, black pepper. Like you just want that basic thing. So I love that y'all make that.
Yeah. There's so much reimagining going on in this in these new eras. And it's like sometimes we just want that thing that we know and that we love,
that comfort food.
Yeah.
Look, my bracket is growing over here. I'm like blueberry and goat cheese, sausage gravy,
biscuit and gravy with the fried chicken on top.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
The ideas are flowing, as is the gravy. Damn it. One of the things I love about a business like this, and I would love to get your opinion on this, I think that I think the breakfast space is not nearly as competitive here as the dinner space. Like dinner, there are all these things, and you look at these recent awards that have been announced, and all the places are there represented, but there's just not. If someone asked me, sit here and list off 10 breakfast places in Oakland, I probably would get stuck like around 5, maybe 6, right? Yeah. Why do you think that is? Because we all start eating from the time we get up.
I know. It's the most important meal of the day.
That's what we were told. That is what we were told.
And it's just so many bagels and breakfast burritos. And I don't know. I noticed the same thing. And as a service industry worker my whole life, like I didn't want to get up and make breakfast every day. And I just noticed that there's not much. And I don't want to go spend $24 on breakfast in the mornings. And some places do that really well. Shout out to Peach. Fire.
Yes.
Fire. I was there the other day on my day off, and I was like, finally, somewhere I can come and nobody's asking me questions and I can have a great meal.
There you go. That char siu toast over there was very good.
Oh my God. Yes. They're doing it. I fully support it. But yeah, especially I think right here in this neighborhood that we're in too, there's not a lot of food. There's so many people, and there's not hardly any breakfast. And just like you said, in Oakland in general, it's just missing like unique, quick, price approachable breakfast places.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, this is not New York, so I have let go of looking for a diner, even though I have found some things that are a little diner-esque, like a Montclair Egg Shop of the Montclair has that feel. Like there's even a place in Castro Valley, Doug's Place, I think it's called, where you still kind of get a little bit of that feel. But by and large, like you said, it's a lot of grab and go. Lots of lovely bakeries where you can get pastry and those kinds of things. Yeah. But that's a little bit of a different concept than actual breakfast.
Yeah, yeah. I would love one day to have a 24-hour diner. I don't know how much stress that would put into my life, probably a lot, but I'm talking Waffle House vibes.
Yes, scattered, covered, and smothered. You need an all-star breakfast. Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's missing. I've been thinking about that a lot too. It doesn't have to be And the thing about diner food is it just has to be reliable. It doesn't have to be something that goes crazy every time. We can just do a few things really, really well and do them for 24 hours a day and give people a place to be. But, you know, we'll see years down the line. I don't know why breakfast is missed so much. I don't know if people don't want to get up early.
Listen. The early bird gets the biscuit.
Yes.
That was how I found out about this place. It was I think I came during Oakland Restaurant Week, because I had done this whole like interactive map with the little bouncing head where I was going around neighborhood to neighborhood. I think I ate out for like 10 consecutive days for the entirety. And I was going from place to place. But the way my schedule was during that period of time, I couldn't do dinner every night. And I was looking specifically through the list of participating restaurants. I was looking for breakfast places because it would have allowed me to mix it up. And I was not finding a lot. And I was like, oh, you breakfast purveyors, this is a gap. This could have been your week to get out there. But y'all were there prominently.
I saw the same thing. And I originally had categorized us under soul food. And then I went and I looked at the breakfast and I was like, oh,
smart.
We were one of 4 on Restaurant Week for breakfast. And we got so many first timers from that. So, yeah.
Good on you, because I noticed the same thing. So if y'all making breakfast, I mean, you have almost now a whole year until Restaurant Week again, but keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. This is a shared space like model that you're work in, which I know we talked about your love of the actual business of running restaurants. And I think this model is becoming more and more viable because there's a lot of money involved in having your own physical brick and mortar. So much money. So talk about how you got involved in being in this space and some of the differences you see between having a shared space or having your own space.
So when we first started developing the concept, we thought we would start doing catering. Because coming from restaurants, I know how hard it is to I don't come from money. I can't just open a restaurant. And I've also seen so many operators try to do too much too quickly. And that's when you sink. So we thought, let's find a place. Let's start putting out fields for catering. We'll do events. We'll just start getting the name out there, see if this concept has legs. So we're looking at all these different shared commercial kitchens, and we find this place. We meet the guy, Jeff, and he's like, oh, and I also have this customer-facing cafe. And I'm actually looking for a breakfast place to come in here, and you seem perfect. It was like the stars aligned beautifully. So we were able to start with just super low overhead. At first, we didn't really do full service. Like, it was just Will and I at first. It quickly got too big to handle. And we were able to start bringing other people in. But yeah, I really feel like we hacked the restaurant industry. And I love Oakland and the Bay Area for that reason. It's one of the reasons I live here is because I knew that I wanted to own my own food and beverage operation in some form or fashion one day. And there's not a lot of places that you can operate a food service out of your home, or you can just get a permit and pop up and have foot traffic. So I think we are really blessed in that way here in the Bay Area to have those opportunities, and especially ones like this. I mean, we were able to basically open a full service restaurant for $3,000 a month at first.
Unheard of.
Amazing. And yeah, we have grown really, really big, and we've been looking at brick and mortar spaces of our own. Through that journey, we have realized, we can do it. We have the numbers to back it up. The track record of sales is a little iffy. We've only been open for 6 months, and a lot of banks want a lot more than that if they're going to give you any kind of help. So as we were looking into that, the owner of this place had offered to build us out our own kitchen line in the back, just our own little nook. And we have decided to fully commit with him.
Nice. Oh, so this is going to be home.
This is home. Kick your feet up.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
I love this.
Yeah,
I
so
love this.
you heard it here first.
Oh,
we're
that's it.
staying.
All right.
Yeah, and we're so excited because Jeff has just been like such a big asset to our company. He toured other brick and mortar spaces with us. He has opened commercial kitchens for years, and so he can just walk into a space and be like, this won't fly, this won't fly, this is how much money you're gonna need, this is how long it's gonna take. And to have a person like that on our team in general, who's like, whichever way you go, I'm here with you. I do want you to stay, which is cool. But yeah, we're obviously putting a deposit down, and we're putting out some things on our end to make that happen. But we're really excited to be able to keep growing with no debt.
Yeah. And this is so important to have people who are part of the team who can help have some of those infrastructure strategy sessions with you, because the brick and mortar thing, you know, you have two ends of that. It can on one end be the thing that keeps people out of the business, but it also a lot of times is the thing that can trap you in the business, right? If it's a barrier to entry, if you cannot afford to get a space. But sometimes having a space and not being able to afford to come out of it because your business just now has operated a certain way, and those are difficult transitions to make. So having the right kind of partners who understand the logistics of the business and are willing to do the things that Jeff has done for y'all, it makes all the difference.
It does. I feel like every single time that we're at a crossroads, Town Biscuits is just looked out for, and it's been so cool to just have all these people come together, you know, our little team of like the baking lady and Jeff, and we've got another lady that works in the bigger company that works here. She actually is the one that referred us to the baking lady, and it's just like all these people see what we're doing and they've just offered to help.
Who is the baking lady?
The Professor Chu of
Laney
Laney
College.
College.
Okay.
Yeah, but
She needs to coin that name.
yeah,
The baking lady.
sorry,
I love it. It has a mystique. I love it.
yeah, she is too. She is a badass. She has her own company, and is a phenomenal workhorse.
I love that.
Yeah.
What has been for you? We talked about the science of baking, but like you said, that, you know, drop biscuits, spoon biscuits, rolled biscuit, you know, all the things. How did you narrow down the kind of biscuit you were going to be doing here?
I knew instantly the biscuit I wanted to do.
Okay. How did you know? Like, what made you say that's her?
I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how to get there. I knew I wanted a square.
Okay.
I knew I wanted it to be at least like 2 inches tall.
Okay.
And I knew I wanted layers. Layers and layers to the biscuit is the most important part to me.
Okay.
And we did it.
You did. The biscuit was good. The biscuit was good. What is interesting to me also about this category of business is when you are essentially making a business of something that is nostalgic for so many people. And also something that's very comparative, because almost everybody, whether it's your mom or your grandmother or whoever, like, well, this is how my mother makes it, or this is how this person makes it. There's not a lot of businesses that are really, you know, outside of like the large CPGs, you know, Pillsbury and them in the supermarkets, but like Callie's hot little biscuit, right? Things like what you're doing. I can't think of a bunch of companies, you know, small owned companies, local companies that are specific to biscuits. So as you make your product, do you think about how you position yourself against people who will inevitably come in and have a very specific memory or preference of, or, you know, affinity for a specific kind of biscuit?
Do I think about them when I'm creating it? Not so much.
You're gonna get the biscuit I give you. And it's good.
It's so good. It's so good. I mean, it's so moist, and I feel like the right size and the price point for what you're getting. We use the most expensive butter we can use.
There y'all go with this expensive butter.
It's it matters.
It does.
I'm sorry to say. Otherwise, we wouldn't spend a third of our food cost on it every week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's so important. You know, I have had people, I swear, at least 3 people that I know of personally, literally tears in their eyes eating this biscuit. And so for me, I'm like, we've done our job here. They're like, I haven't had a biscuit like this since my grandmother was alive.
Aww.
And just things like that. And it's just like, what better thing can you ask for as a restaurant owner?
Yeah. That's the good form of the nostalgic comparison, is when people have that moment versus when people are like, it's not like my mom's or like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? When it takes people back to, you know, some time where they have some really good food memories.
Yeah, I'm like almost tearing up about it because it's like, I can't believe how much it's hit home with these people. It's so amazing to see because it means so much to me, but to see it like actually mean so much where people are like, I'm grateful for what you're doing is unbelievable.
Love that. Are you going to be expanding to any sweet offerings? Like biscuit cobblers and things?
Oh my God, I want to so bad. When we were starting this, we had like, you know, those big scratch paper, like artist boards. We had those all over our living room. And dessert biscuits was my favorite one. I want to so bad. It will definitely have to come when we get our new line, because you can't serve a cobbler biscuit without ice cream.
I know that's right.
So I'm gonna have to figure that out before I can release them.
Okay.
But it's definitely something I want to do.
Okay.
I tried to convince Will to let me do it for Mother's Day. It's like, we're not ready. I'm like, fine. I want to so bad.
Yeah, a good biscuit on top of some fruit compote and some ice cream is all the things.
Yeah, like a sunker cake.
Wait, what is that?
It's like a sunker cake is very similar to a cobbler. Basically, it's just a little thicker. So we're imagining like compote of strawberry or blueberries or mixed berries and basically biscuit filling on top.
Okay.
Like kind of drizzled on top. Like you would a cobbler.
Yes. I just hadn't heard of it by that name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. What about
Sunker?
Sunker, S-U-N-K-E-R, Sunker cake?
I think it's S-O.
Oh. Let me go do my food research. I'm going to look it up.
I just know that's the way people pronounce it where I'm from. Sonker.
Okay. Sonker. I'm going to go look it up. What about classes? Do you think you'll ever be doing, like, whether it's here or not, like biscuit classes, or will there be at some point like a take and bake freezer where people could come get like a pre-made biscuit and take it home? Or do you want people here, posted up, taking a break from whatever's going on in their life, enjoying it in this setting?
I want all of the above. Definitely frozen biscuits. I've been slinging Jeff frozen biscuits since like day one. But I love for people to be able to take and bake these at home and feel like they did it. I think that's so cool. I'm totally down for that. It's definitely going to take a lot more. That's something I've never done. I would love to see them in some grocery stores one day.
Okay.
Yeah, even like a ready-to-eat one that you just maybe pop in the microwave, or, you know, frozen unbaked biscuits. I think this thing could go so many different ways that I would love to see.
Okay.
Yeah. We imagine like a little Town Biscuits marketplace for sure.
Oh, you're just at the beginning of your biscuit empire.
Yeah, we have no idea where this thing's going to go. And that's one of the reasons we were so excited to just commit to staying here. Because it's like, we don't know what trajectory Town Biscuits has for itself. We imagine Town Biscuits as its own little person. And we don't know what they're going to grow up and want to be when they're older. So to be able to stay here and let it just organically develop and not push it into anything that it's not ready for or that it might not be right for. So yeah.
Let it breathe.
Let it do what it wants to do.
Well, this is great. Look, I'm going to wrap us up with 5 fun biscuit-related questions.
Oh my gosh.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. What is your technique for getting the perfect exterior texture on a biscuit?
The convection oven.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like a wash. It's the convection oven. Circular heat.
There's a very precise method that we have when we're baking, and we're still always fine-tuning it. Ovens are so finicky, and it's like if you have 2 trays in at the same time, it acts differently than if you have 1 tray in. If you have the convection on as soon as you start versus at the end. The convection gives it that crisp top.
Okay.
And we do brush with butter, of course, when they're out of the oven, but no egg wash from us.
No, see, I've done like milk, egg wash, butter, all the, okay.
We've tried them. We don't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes I used to do no wash, but then the biscuit is ashy. I don't want an ashy biscuit.
No.
I want, it's glistening when you bring it out.
Yes.
Okay. Here's a good one. Do you recommend when people are making biscuits at home that they are spooning the flour into the measuring cup and then leveling it? Or do you think people really need to just go ahead and bust out that scale?
I do think a scale is important. I think if you're doing it just for yourself and at a low scale, you can get away with it. But I think the most important thing is to sift the flour.
Okay. Okay. Why?
To aerate it.
Get a higher rise.
And whenever you're measuring, if you just scoop right into it, it's very dense. So if you can sift it and then measure, I think that gives you a way better measurement than having, doing it on a scale gives you a great measurement as well. But if you don't have a scale, I think that's the best way to do it, is to sift it before. And even if you do have a scale, sift it.
Got it. Sift it.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked a lot about butter. So here's a technique question.
Yeah.
Do you recommend, or which of these is your favorite? Freezing and grating butter in, or what I've done, which is a cheat. I'll put my buttermilk in the freezer until it has like shards. It's not completely frozen. And then I will pour cooled melted butter into that icy buttermilk. And it almost like creates these frozen globules that like freeze on contact. And then I put that whole mix into the biscuit.
That is very interesting.
It's a cheat, right? Because I'm like, I'm not grating butter. Is there like a method for cutting that you're like, this is tried and true? Go with that.
We grate the butter.
You do?
Yeah. We use a RoboCoupe now because it's like you just put in the stick of butter and it's like it's like a mechanical cheese grater, basically. But at the beginning, Will, bless his heart, was like, he was just grinding
not the box
away.
grater.
He was.
Damn, Will. I'm glad. You're glad for, what is it called, a RoboCoupe?
Yeah.
You're glad for that.
Yes, we are very thankful
Oy.
to have upgraded.
To not be grating butter.
Yeah.
Okay. I might try that next time I make biscuits in lieu of my little cheat method, but that cheat has gotten me over, at least so far.
No, for sure.
Yeah. Because cutting that butter in is half the battle.
It is half the battle. It's a big battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another one. I'm very interested in the answer. The freshness of your baking soda and baking powder when you're making biscuits. Speak to the value of that. Because we can have those things sitting on a shelf for ages, and then you pull it down and make a biscuit and you don't really realize how it's impacting the finished product.
We keep ours in the fridge or freezer. A lot of our dry products we'll keep in the fridge or the freezer. When they mise en place, like they do all their batches in containers, and all those containers live in the freezer for at least a few days before we're actually making the biscuits. I think that is a huge help. But we run through products so fast. Like
baking soda don't have time to sit.
It doesn't. It's insane. Our fridge and freezer today will be full to the max, and you come on Sunday, there's nothing in there.
Oh wow, that's a good problem to have.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. And the last one, I think we spoke to this a little, but I'll ask you, like when you're at home, we know what you do here, but when you're at home making biscuits, are you doing a drop or are you rolling and cutting?
I'm rolling and cutting.
You are?
I do not want... I love a drop biscuit when I'm not making it, But also, like, if I have a drop biscuit, I have to have something to dunk it into, like a soup, a pastry. They're just too dry for me.
Okay.
I don't know.
They're a little rugged.
Yeah, they're rustic.
Yeah, rustic.
Sure,
That's it.
for sure. Those are the ones that my great grandma made, and they definitely serve their time and place. My granddad loved a like hard biscuit. I think that folding and really like caring with the dough. Not that you don't care with the dough with the drop biscuits, but I think there's something about folding it that makes it like lighter and fluffier, which seems counterintuitive. But when you look at the end product, that's always how it goes.
Yeah.
And I think it's also just like natural for me now to mix it, fold it, even a couple times, and just it would take me like 20 minutes maybe. So
Well, that's why you're the pro.
why not?
This is why you're the pro, bringing, your North Carolinian biscuit heritage and skills here to the Bay. North Carolina also, coincidentally, is my favorite barbecue and has always been. But that vinegar-based sauce, to me, it just reigns supreme over all other kinds of barbecue. I'll enjoy the others, but North Carolina is it for me. So now I'm going to add biscuits to the barbecue list of North Carolinian foods that I really enjoy.
Yes. We need more Carolina barbecue here, and if nobody does it, I'm gonna just do it.
Oh, look! What about like pulled pork on a biscuit? A pulled pork biscuit. Now, if it happens, y'all thank me.
Barbecue
when
and biscuits.
Y'all see me a barbecue and biscuits. That sounds amazing. Yeah. Tell people where they can find more info. Well, first of all, before we say where they can find more information, tell people the hours and the location.
So right now our hours are 7 a.m. to noon, Thursday and Friday, and then 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Very soon, we want to start staying open until 2 p.m. on Thursday and Friday. And when we get our new kitchen line, it should be 3 months or so, we're going to start doing Tuesday through Sunday. Ooh. So we can't wait to be able to give people biscuits more days of the week.
Okay.
We are on 25th Street, right off Broadway.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, right between Broadway and Telegraph.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now tell people where they can find out more about Town Biscuits.
Town Biscuits Instagram is just at Town Biscuits. I'm there more than anything when we do special events. Like we were gonna possibly do First Friday this last week, but baby girl was sick. Oh. But we want to start doing that for sure. So I'll announce that there. We're R&Ding a vegan biscuit that will be announced there.
Okay.
Yeah. We're R&Ding chicken sausage, like I said. All those announcements I primarily do through Instagram. And then you can also just check out our website for like address, phone number, catering. Our menu for catering is up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's where you can find them. If you want to keep up with me in between episodes, you can find me at kinthebay.com or on Instagram at heykinthebay. Chaz, this has been so much fun. Thank you for talking to me today.
Fun. Yes, of course.
And y'all come out here and get a biscuit. This is definitely a meet me here, beat me here moment.
Y'all come on now.
Come on now. I'll see y'all on the next episode.